So Dragon Ball Super Episode 2. My thoughts on this episode was that it mainly focused on Vegeta and Beerus, and that's a great thing because honestly, I felt like Goku was getting a little bit too much attention, and in this episode, we get to see more of the Vegeta family and how hungry Vegeta is to surpass Goku. The fire is still there, even though he's become more of a calm character, and he's a good guy now because remember, he sacrificed himself during the Majin Buu saga. We see that he can tolerate and has a lot more patience for his family, but he still wants to train his ass off. We also get to see Beerus exploring other worlds, and this is something that I think Dragon Ball Z really did need. We get to see all of these different creatures in this universe thanks to Beerus and Whis. Now, this was something that was kind of explored in GT, but remember, I kind of felt like they didn't do that too well, simply because that series was so boring, but this show really knows what they're doing. Also, the comedy in this show is a great direction that they're headed in, simply because a lot of people harped on the fact that Dragon Ball Z, if you look back on it, the story wasn't as good as some of the animes you may see today, but for us hardcore fans, I feel like we were absolutely satisfied with it, and if you go back, it's a lot more serious than it is in Dragon Ball Super, and I feel like this was the way to go. It's more about sharing it with friends and having laughs and all of this good time with our favorite characters that we've already built up from the previous series. That's part of the reason why Resurrection F was such a great movie. I'll be making a review on that later, but anyway, we see Goku training on King Kai's planet as well, and we see more of Beerus' wrath, and he's trying to figure out who the Super Saiyan God is. It's similar to the movie, remember, they're just trying to introduce him in a different way, and in the preview for the next episode, they decide to show the depiction of the Oracle Fish and Beerus talking to him, trying to figure out who the Super Saiyan God is. So yes, it is still recapping the Battle of Gods storyline, but at least we see more of what Vegeta was doing during this time, and that he has no intention of being number 2 forever. If I was to rate this episode, my rating would be, out of 10, this episode was probably at 8.5, simply because not too much got done. I love the jokes and the comedy, and that's why it held it up, but I really want to see the story progress. I know it's just the start of the series, but that's just my rating. If you guys enjoyed this review, make sure you guys like your favorite video. Make sure you guys watch this series. It's amazing. Support Dragon Ball Z in any way. We've come so far, and Dragon Ball Super has a ton of potential once they pass the Battle of Gods saga. Anyway, I'll see you guys in my episode 3 review. Peace.